Yo guys, what's good? It's your boy BK and I'm back again with a video. Hope all of you are doing well. Hope everyone's doing blessed and having a good day. But yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, so in today's video I'm going to be doing something that I usually do, but you guys don't really get to see me do it. Or some of you do get to see me do it because I obviously show you guys as I'm going along before I post it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. But seeing as I am new to YouTube, this will be my first ever actual OCC video, if that makes sense. Does it?
What's your profanity?
What's an OCC, you ask? Okay, so basically an OCC is an original character creation. So that any character you want to create or you think of, you can basically create it and it'll be your own creation. So it's not like doing any fan arts or it's not like doing a fan art of like an anime or a movie or characters. It's like simply your own character creation. Holla 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 holla.
Bruh.
Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Is it a bell? Yeah, hit that notification. Oh my gosh, that stutter. My stutter's coming back, guys. Yeah, hit that notification.
Bruh.
He needs some milk.
Make sure you hit that notification bell. Anyway, let's just throw that to the side. Okay, so I'll just give you guys a general little breakdown of how I usually go about making my characters. What am I doing, bro? Yeah, how I usually do my original character creations. Step 1. Inspiration. What do you want your character to be? Who do you want your character to be? What type of background do you want it to come from? And guys, getting inspiration is not like plagiarism or stealing someone else's work. If you're flat out copying it and not even changing anything about it, not trying to make it your own creation, then it's copying. And that in itself isn't a bad thing, as long as you give credit to whoever was the original, or obviously giving credit to the original person that created that character in the first place. You kind of get some people that get all aggy about it. It's like, why are you getting so angry about it? It's inspiration. You should be proud of yourself for now getting someone else inspired to now do their own spin-off version of your character. I'm editing that out.
Nope.
Some artists don't really have that imagination or as much of an amazing imagination as some other artists. So I just think that reference pictures can help you, help even give you inspiration to now create your own character out of whatever you got inspired by. But yeah, I'm just waffling. Once you've thought of your pose, you basically want to study it. Just study the picture as much as you can, so that you now even if you don't have the picture in front of you, and even if you don't have the picture in front of you, you have it already in your head, so you can remember it. So once you've studied it, it's in your head. That helps you to now be able to draw or paint from memory. Yeah, after I've studied the picture, I'll go on to doing rough sketches for it. So some of my rough sketches, I would use shapes to get the desired shape that I want for the body, or arms or whatever, legs and whatnot. Basically just anatomy features or facial features that basically in my previous video, you could see that I was using shapes to get the fit, to like basically help me get the final piece that I wanted. So using shapes is basically like a guideline. Once again, guys, you can always like experiment with like how you want your pose to be. If the original pose that you like already chose, like you come back to it and then you think like, I kind of want to change it now. I mean, yeah, I kind of want to change it. Not the pose itself, but like I kind of want to change some things about the pose. That's alright. You can always alter the pose. So some parts of the body that you want to change, you can do that, as long as it makes sense to what you're seeing, and eventually if you post your art, eventually what thing your viewers will see. So as long as it makes sense what you're drawing, that's fine. You can by all means alter the picture or the pose, doesn't even matter, as long as you're having fun with it and like allowing yourself to be as creative as possible. Oh, and also another thing that I find like doing character creations is it's kind of like a way of challenging yourself. So it brings you out of your comfort zone in a lot of things, and that's how you improve your art a lot of the time. So over the years, if you follow me on Instagram, you can see over the years I've created a lot of character creations. Some were inspired by other like character creations, some were inspired by like movies like Marvel or DC or whatever. So, like this one, wait, what am I even pointing at? The camera confused me. Anyway, like this picture here, I basically I watched an anime, and there was, I can't remember what anime it was, but it had a geisha in it, and I was just like, I want to draw that. I ended up drawing it, and a couple of years later, I wanted it to look more realistic, more like a actual person rather than an anime like cartoonish drawing. So I proceeded to make it look more realistic. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but like some other times if I'm doing like rough sketches, I wouldn't go as far as to like use shapes, because depending on like how like quick I want to get it done, I would like just do like little stickmen like drawings. It's not like actual like stickmen, but like it's kind of like stick figure, like yeah, it's basically like stick figure poses. It's like basic, like a really quick rough sketch, just like a stick figure, and then you can start adding in all the detail. But that's like, you probably like do that on a separate piece of paper, just like a little like sketch pad or notepad or whatever. And then once you get the like desired pose you want and all of that other good stuff, you can now go on to creating your original character. But before you do that, you want to consider the body shape, how tall someone is, whether or not their BMI, body mass index, is like a skinny build or like an athletic build, or sorry, I'm not like weight shaming, or like a fat.
What?
Fat. No, okay, overweight or like thick.
What the fuck?
Thick.
Oh, now you fucked up. Now you fucked up.
Please do not get at me in the comments. I'm just like giving you examples of like different body shapes. So calm down. Damn it, calm down. But basically, yeah, just like consider like different like types of body shapes, like there are different types of BMI. So ectomorph, like a chip; mesomorph, like a triangle, an upside down triangle, to like really athletic build people, like kind of like the Justice League, like the old like if you watch Justice League, the cartoon, and it's not even just if you watch Justice League, just like if you like see normal athletes, their like shoulders would be wider than their waist. That's kind of like an upside down triangle. That's a mesomorph. Whereas an endomorph is someone who looks kind of pearish,
Bruh.
like a pear shape. It's yeah. But yeah, after you've like gotten all of that done, you wanna think of a color scheme. You could like stick to colors that kind of link to each other, so colors that are in some way different, but you would find it easy to blend together to get a desired color that you want. Or you could experiment and just work with random colors. Yeah, just work with random colors. That can also help you improve your art skills and just like help you improve your color schemes and all of that other good stuff. Backstories always help like give you more. It helps like give you more of a realistic feel to your character creation. So like it helps bring your character to life basically. So like whilst you're deciding your like what you want your backstory to be, you can also start to now decide like what type of terrain you want your character to be in. So for this picture, I wanted Lady Ruachna to basically like be in a cave, because like in most mythological stories, dragons live in caves or like dungeons or whatever. So that was like that thought process or thinking of like my thought process going into like creating her character creation more. But yeah, hopefully this all makes sense to you guys. If it doesn't, just like comment down below. I'll read the comments and I even reply to them. Okay, after that you can now like decide what you want to name your character. So basically, yeah, whatever you want to name your character. It helps if you can do whatever you want. Like it can be a random name, or it can be a name like inspired by like a country you come from, and it can just be anything that is. It doesn't really matter what you want to name it, as long as you give it a name. That also helps and bring more realism into your character creation, and helps bring your character to life even more. Because then it's not just like, oh, that character looks kind of sick. It's like, oh, Lady Ruachna, she's a dragon, she looks kind of sick. Like, I forgot what I even called the geisha. But yeah, once you've got that done, that's your character creation done. So now that you guys have a basic understanding of how I usually create my characters or do my original character creations, or at least I hope you guys understood, or like I hope you guys understand. Let's just get right into the video. Okay guys, so basically my character is going to be a male. I haven't drawn male characters in a minute. So yeah, let's just change it up a bit. Let's change up a bit, BK. So yeah, basically what you want to do, you want to get is basically draw a circle. So that circle is going to be, well, it's going to basically form part of the head. So once again, you just want to draw a circle. Now guys, you don't have to be perfect at drawing a circle, like a full circle. As long as it comes out as a circle, it doesn't matter, it's fine.
Alright guys, so basically you can use blue tack. You can use blue tack as a kneaded eraser, but later on in the video I'm gonna be like basically show you a little life hack, just to explain how I created a kneaded eraser out of rubber filings and just a normal blue tack.
Oh, this could be okay, you know what, yeah. Okay, so basically I've got some ideas for future videos, and basically I wanted to do kind of like an art life hack. I'll keep that secret for now, but yeah, I'll let you guys in on it some other time. So I'm gonna do a line down the middle. That's just basically gonna help me like get. It's not really for symmetry purposes, so it's not really for symmetrical purposes, but it's just like to help me get the facial features done. So what I usually do is I just draw a line straight down the middle of the circle, and I would tend to go a little bit out of the circle. As I start to like draw it and make it like bring it to life, it will make more sense why I did the line further down from the circle, because you don't want your character to have all these facial features squashed, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. You want it to like look as natural as possible, but also yeah, you just don't want a squashed face, because then to me it just looks weird. So yeah. Okay, so normally for men, if you're drawing a man, men usually have stronger jaws than women. So for example, if I was drawing a woman, the chin and the jaw wouldn't be as like sharp. It wouldn't be as chiseled. It would be more like kind of more smoother. So it would be I'll rub this out after, but for video purposes, I just want to give you guys an example. The cheek and the jaw structure and the cheek structure will basically be, for a woman, if you were drawing a woman or a female, you would basically want to like curve it more, whereas for a male, you want to get it more chiseled, because men generally tend to have more of a chiseled jaw structure, or like more of a stronger chin, like a blocky chin, than women. So you just want to basically try to match it, get it all equal. Okay, so guys, this is like different artists obviously do different things for it when they're getting all the guidelines and all that stuff like done. But I basically just like to mark out where I want everything to be. Well, actually, some artists just most artists do the same thing, but some artists do it a little bit different. So yeah, now we've got the initial shape that we want for the head. You can start to get the ears done. So I'm just gonna mark where I want the ears. So for the ears, you generally want it to be in the middle of the character's head, because if you look at a person, basically if you look in the mirror or look at someone else, you basically see that you'll tend to see that their ears are generally within the middle section of the head. So the ears wouldn't be right at the top or towards the bottom. But sometimes some people may have their ears different sizes and shapes and that, but generally you would always tend to see them in the middle of the face. So for that, I'm just gonna basically measure how long this is, and then I'll calculate where the halfway line would be. So it's 15 centimeters. So I would usually just mark it. I usually do this in pencil. Always do your rough sketches in pencil, never do them in pen, because if you make a mistake, it's a rough sketch, but if you make a mistake, you can always rub it out. Whereas if you make a mistake in pen, you kind of buggered yourself there, because you can't rub it out. You'd have to scribble it out or try to improvise, and it would end up looking kind of weird. So yeah, 15 centimeters, 7 centimeters, 22 centimeters. half of 22, that's 11. So basically one tap to be somewhat here. So now I want to keep it between the 50, well, yeah, about somewhere roughly here. So make sure that it's straight. Again, you don't always have to make it straight on or symmetrical. Sometimes it helps if you don't make it symmetrical, because then, you know, it just makes it look more realistic. So basically the top of the ears, one side will basically be a little bit higher than the other. I've basically just done that on purpose, basically. Yeah, I'm saying basically too much. It's like basically might be my favorite word. It's not guys. I just say basically too much. It's not my favorite word. But yeah, you just want to do a little semicircle and just leave it as that for now, so we can always go back to it. So once again, this if you've watched the previous video, this will all make sense to you why I'm doing a semicircle. You just basically want to get the same, or somewhat the same dimension going outwards. So that's 2.5. So I'll make this 2.5 as well. That is 2.5, perfect. Okay, that is done. And basically you just want to get the guideline for the neck. So since my character is a martial artist, martial artists generally tend to have strong necks, kind of like stocky necks. It's a bit, yeah, they just tend to have like strong necks. So I'll just do, I won't make the neck too strong, but I'll like just kind of make it like thick enough to the kind of intimidating. Okay, now that that is done, let's get the general. Let's get the guidelines done for the neck. Okay, and that is done. So now I'll just get start forming the shoulders and the little area that connects the shoulders. Again, you want to make it somewhat equal on the other side. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I want to get the eyes done. So for the eyes, the eyes would generally be positioned in the middle, like somewhat in the middle of the ears. So I want to try to get it somewhere in the middle. So I'll just mark it, just do a line straight through. And then once again, just do another straight line. So that you, depending on how big or small you want the eyes. If you want the eyes to be big, you can like move the ruler up to where you can see your first line that you drew. So, but I want my character to look kind of angry-ish, so it's kind of look like it's squinting its eyes already, like it, yeah, like he's squinting his eyes. Actually, I'll do one kind of big and one like he's squinting his eyes. So kind of like he's raising his eyebrow. Like kind of like, you really wanna fight me, bro? You really wanna fight me, bro? So kind of like, okay, yeah, that's way too big. Actually, nah. See guys, even I make mistakes sometimes. Well, yeah, even I make mistakes when I'm drawing, so that's why it's always good to have a rubber with you. But yeah, the reason why I'm rubbing it out is basically because I came to a realization that the eyes won't be big. Even if I'm trying to like give off a raised eyebrow effect, they'll be like equal, but the one eyebrow will be raised, so that's why I'm basically correcting that. Okay, so now I want the nose to be somewhat here. Let's mark out the nose. Just put a little line. Put a little line where you want the nose. And then for the mouth. Again, just put a little line where you want the mouth. For the mouth you can even go further to do like a little, like a rectangle. So again, well, like what I said in the introduction of this video, when I was giving you guys like a little explanation of, yeah, just giving you guys an explanation. I said that you want to be like kind of working with shapes to get your guidelines done. And I want the hairline. I want my character to be like a foreigner, so it's obviously gonna be black. So it'll be black. So this is helping me basically create a backstory for my character. So he traveled to Japan. That's basically the rough sketch of all the shapes that I want. So now I just want to get the distance for the eyes. So for the eyes, I basically want the separation to not, I don't want it to be too separated so it looks weird. So because I don't want my character's eyes to be too far apart, but I don't want it to be too close. So I'm just lining up the bridge of the nose there, and I can just go back and anything that needs altering, just alter it. Yeah, just get the bridge of the nose done. And that's basically the separation of the eyes. And once again, you don't want it to be too, I don't want the eyes to be too big, but I don't want it to be too small. But yeah, the main goal is for them to not be too big. Okay, so guys, as you can see, this section is where the eyes are going to be. Well, this is where the eyes will, like, basically the end of the eye will be. So because it's not like a full, it's not like a equilateral square. So I'm gonna just measure the top. That's 2 centimeters. So I I'll mark out 2 centimeters here. And bottom, that is 1.8 centimeters. So mark out 1.8 centimeters there. And then, boom, we've got the other side of the eye. now we've got the whole guidelines done for the eyes. Well, for the whole bust drawing. Okay, so now that is all done, we can start to add a little bit more. We can start adding all the detail that we want. So once again, I want my character to kind of look kind of stern, kind of angry. So basically, he's gonna do his eyes small. So this is basically how I would do. See, once again, I'm saying basically so much, but yeah. Yeah, so basically, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just going to do the eyes now. So this is how I would intend to do the eyes. I want his eye to kind of sloped, to kind of look angled. So I'm just doing a little arc. Once again, the pupil is not this. It's not gonna like obviously look like this. The finished piece obviously won't look like this, but this is just like a rough, sketch. I might even reduce some of them so that it looks like it's more, so that it looks angry more. I don't really need this on now, so I can just rub that out. As you can see, it's giving me a nice shape for the eye. And then what I do now is I'll basically just mark how far, like the distance between the eye, well, the rough eye sketch and the guideline. So this one is 0.5 and 0.4 at the top. So 0.5 at the bottom, 0.4 at the top. So just do a little line, and do a little line there. And basically just want to do that and then do that, and I want to Okay, now guys, because this video might be a little bit long, I kind of want to shorten it down a little bit, so I'm basically going to go into a little time lapse. Yeah, I'm basically just going to go into a little time lapse and get like all the like facial features done. Okay, now guys, I just wanted to let you guys know real quick. So my style of art is I basically like to mix reality with fantasy. So it's basically like a little bit of hyperrealism with anime type drawings. So for the eyebrows, it's gonna be a little bit like you would see in a like a normal human being eyebrow, like a normal human being's eyebrow, but it's gonna be kind of animated. Like, so some facial features might look more human than others. Some might look more anime-esque than others. So yeah, I just want just so that you guys don't get confused and like start questioning like, what are you doing, fam? Like, this does not make sense. Why are you doing it, fam? I just wanted to clarify that for you guys.
What I did to make my kneaded eraser, okay, I just got blue tack, just a little piece. You don't need that much. You can, if you want a big kneaded eraser, you can use quite a bit of blue tack, but basically I just used a rubber and used like a hard surface. So I used like the back of a book and just vigorously rubbed the rubber against the surface of the book just to get the rubber filings, and then I stretched out the blue tack and just put the rubber filings inside the blue tack and just like kneaded it like dough, and just kept on repeating the process until I had a big enough kneaded eraser. I tested it and it seemed to work when I was testing it, so I guess that's one life hack already. Yeah. Back to the video. As you can see, I'm just going back every now and then just to fix a few of my happy mistakes that I was able to see. But yeah, this is basically just a process that I basically do all well for most of my pictures or paintings. So I'm basically just getting all the guidelines done, add extra detail, and then going back to add more detail until I'm satisfied with it. Everyone, there you have it, the final piece of Bakaila Elzak, the Wandering Martial Artist. The backstory will obviously be in the description below, so give it a little read. And, comment down below if you like this concept. I decided to make it a two-part video because like fam, this video is long enough as it is. But yeah, that's besides the point. I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did creating it for you guys. Make sure you leave a like, share and comment and subscribe, because obviously that's how I know like if you guys like this not enjoying these videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one in a bit.